Have you ever felt torn between what your mind says and what your inner voice whispers? As empowered empaths, sensitive souls, and light workers, we all have a deep connection to intuition. But the struggle is real when it comes to trusting it. How many times have you ignored that gut feeling only to wish later you wish you would have listened? Today, we're diving into the four types of intuition, your inner compass, and how you can unlock them to guide every part of your life. Rain will channel divine guidance to help us explore how to trust, strengthen, and live in harmony with these sacred gifts.
Welcome to our channel. I'm Rain, with over 20 years of experience as an NLP practitioner, light worker, and channeler through divine inspiration. Here to help you connect with your true self.
And I'm Mel, an empath, light worker, and connector, passionate about guiding you to set boundaries and thrive.
Together, we bring you weekly tools and insights to support your empath journey.
If you're ready to deepen your connection with self, don't forget to subscribe so you don't miss an episode. Let's dive in. Okay, Rain, why do empaths and sensitive souls often doubt our intuition?
We've basically been bullied out of our intuition. So, intuition is something that is a gift that we've been given on this planet so that we can feel our way through this life and provide what we're meant to be providing. But being here on planet Earth, we kind of get bullied out of it because there's no concrete proof of what intuition actually looks like. Because we need our five senses to have proof that what we're saying is right. So if you have a feeling that, oh, I'm not comfortable around this uncle, he's never done anything, I just feel uncomfortable, a parent will say, well, that's my brother. You can't be uncomfortable around him. He's a loving man. But you, as a child, you're like, I don't know, he's done nothing. He smiles and laughs and gives candies to kids. I'm not comfortable. I don't want to kiss him hello. But then the parents bully us out of that feeling. They don't respect that inner feeling, that intuition. So that is how we start to doubt it, because there's no physical proof. Because the parent might even sit and be like, what did he do? What did he do? Give me proof. And you're like, I can't prove anything. Did he touch you? Like, they'll first be concerned, but then you have no concrete truth. You're pushed to the side. That's just an example of the million other ways in which we start to doubt our intuition.
So how can we start trusting it as like divine guidance rather than second guessing it ourselves?
This definitely needs a lot of inner work, because the intuitive guidance that we receive is not as loud as the world. So it's not as loud as a member of somebody that I love sharing with me. It's a whisper inside. And so to start trusting that is, well, what I'm hearing is the key, and it's just like repeating. The key is self-love, self-love, self-love. If you can love yourself, if you can choose kind words to self, you're going to be able to hear that intuition really loud, because it's a self-judgment and what is it called when you put someone down? When you put someone down, you make them feel less.
Like belittle them?
Yes. That self-belittling voice is really loud. It's as loud as the world around us. Intuition is as gentle as self-love. So once that mantra starts to play inside of you, then and only then can you hear divinity, and you can trust it again, because there's nothing fighting against it.
Okay. So I want to know, what are the four main types of intuition?
Okay, this is so exciting. I love this topic. Okay, so let's first understand what intuition actually is. Intuition is the ability to understand something immediately. It's like you get an immediate knowing. You just understand something when there's absolutely no need for conscious reasoning. Reasoning meaning I have to reason I have to make myself understand this intuitive hit. Reasoning is actual logical. It's based on thoughts. It's based on logic. It's based on 1 + 1 = 2. Things that we have acquired logically, which is like the schooling system. Don't touch the fire, it'll burn you. That's reasoning. Intuition is not reasoning. So if I have to talk myself into something, that is not intuition. So there are four amazing ways in which we as empaths and light workers, and probably all the humans on the planet, have these four incredible intuitive abilities. You can have one of them that is really profoundly loud. You can have all four, which they're called seers. You can have two of them. You can be aware of only one and have all of them. The first one is a clairsentient. So a clairsentient is basically all empaths have this. If you're a true empath, you're going to have clairsentient as your top intuitive ability. And what is a clairsentient? A clairsentient basically is a person that feels emotions deeply in the body. So you're going to feel, if somebody has a knee pain, you're going to feel that knee pain and you're going to think it's yours. If somebody has an emotion, you're going to believe it's your emotion. If somebody even has a thought, you're believing that thought. So the body that you have as a clairsentient, you're constantly feeling every environment. It goes as deep as going into a space and feeling the energy of that space, even if no humans are there. So when I was in Egypt looking for a place to open my center, I went to many places with my ex-husband. He was my husband at the time. And every space I would walk into, there's no one. There's me, there's him, and there's the realtor. And I would feel deeply what happened in that space. And I would ask the realtor and he would confirm. So this is what a lot of clairsentients, a lot of empaths feel. It's the clairsentience. I can sense and feel the energies around me. We are slapped out of it when it's not being confirmed, right? And that's when we start to deny those feelings. Then what happens is we start to store all these energies in our bodies, trying to find logical reasons as to why we thought this, why we felt this. And if there's no proof, then we ignore that. What happens then, our bodies start to really hurt. Our thoughts are overridden because so many other people's thoughts are in there. Our emotions are out of control because we keep oppressing them and not actually receiving, allowing ourselves to accept what is being given to us as information. Now, there's an entire workshop about this that me and Mel are working on, so we're going to share that with you at some point. And you can dive deeply into that clairsentient and heighten your clairsentience and have true power in not allowing these energies to live in you, where you receive the information and you release it. Any questions about that specific?
And did you said most empaths have this or?
Almost all empaths. I don't like to say everyone. I like to almost
Okay.
all empaths are born with the clairsentient.
Okay.
That's
So
a
that's
very high
something that I
point.
could say that I
Yes.
have.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes. So I'm a clairsentient, meaning I feel and sense everything. Some
Okay.
people have it so intensely that they will get physically ill. Physically, like they'll get the incredible constipation that their child has, or their partner got, or their mother, or somebody. They'll get the incredible migraine headaches. They will suffer the consequence of the energies they are around when they're disempowered. But when they're empowered, they feel it, but they can heal it and release it. So
Wow.
that's how intense clairsentience can get.
Okay. So there's a spectrum on that, on how
Yes.
extreme, but you would say most empaths do have that. That's kind of the gift that comes with it. And it's just figuring out how to become empowered in it so we don't get lost and have it consume us.
So that's when a lot of people start to say, as an empath, I'm drained, I hate it, I don't like it, I feel too much, I feel too much. It's the clairsentient gift, okay, that we just haven't been taught how to manage it and play with it and enjoy it.
Okay. And are we going to talk about more how to work with this gift so it's not controlling us?
We could, but there are three more gifts. We could get into every one specifically. I think, of course, it's easier in the workshop because then it goes into details and we could spend like hours on end and practice it. But
Okay.
for a quick tip, if you're a clairsentient, which you are if you're watching this, you're a light worker and empath, you are going to want to accept this gift. It's the number one thing is I accept that I feel everything around me. Okay. And then after you accept that, then you're going to say, and you're going to choose to say, and I also choose, okay, not to keep this within me. Okay. So now you're choosing, but you're going to say this all the time. You're going to accept your gift and you're going to choose how this gift starts to work with you. Because now you want to work with the gift. You don't want the gift to like overpower you, which most empaths are feeling all the time. Right. Because like you can feel like, even though I live in Canada and I do not watch the news at all, I feel what's happening in the States. I'm not in the States. I'm nowhere close, but that energy's here. So I have to constantly tell myself, I'm choosing not to go there. I'm choosing this is not the energy I want to feel right now. And then I can release myself. So that's one tip.
Okay. So us as empaths, so we have a gift to truly choose. We have this deep gift of feeling, but we truly get to choose if we want to feel it or not. If we're just like, you know what, I
Yes.
don't want to feel that. Like we have the power to do that, or is it just like, no, we're just gonna feel it? Or do we literally have the power that easy to be like, I could feel that right now. I could go in deep sadness and pain and grief with this person. However, I can just listen to them and not feel what they're feeling. I can protect my space. Like, are we that powerful to just choose if we want to feel or not?
Yes. Yes. And the
Hmm.
reason we cannot do that is because it overwhelms us. It overrides. We're not consciously aware that we've been taken over. So it's like a
Uh,
taking over feeling. But instead of being taken over, just because we are the sensors on the planet. It's like we just for fun, imagine that we are the type of beings where we're like antennas here and we're like signaling out environment unhealthy, environment is doing better, environment right now. So, but I can choose what environment I want to tap into, okay, to allow my gift to be of service to. So for me, because I have kids, I would rather feel them and heal them rather than just, oh, the United States of America. It's too huge for me, right? But
yeah.
I need to contain that power I have and offer it to the ones that matter in my pocket of energy, in my reality at this very moment.
Yeah, because it's depleting too. Like it's so much energy. It's like electricity, so much energy, but it's not unlimited supply. It's like I need to rest, I need to fuel back up. So I get to choose where do I want to put my energy? Who do I want to give it to? And the truth is, if I choose to give it to someone that's kind of a jerk, then that still depletes energy that could have gone to my loved ones because no matter what, this is how I feel. I feel like I can't not give 100%. I don't know how to do it. I can't half ass anything. The feelings that I feel them deeply. Right. And so it's just knowing when to turn it on, when to turn it off, who to give it to, who not, when I need to rest, when I don't, and honoring all of that.
Yes, because anyway, we're going to feel it. It's going to happen. It's the gift, right? And now it's like, okay, I like this gift. Cool. Let me play with it. Who do I want to feel more? You might just be like, you know what? I want to feel happy people more. So then you connect to that vibration. And now you're all, like this light glow is coming out. I'm seeing like a floodgate of light is coming out. Right. And oh, wait, I have so much. My kid has a headache. Okay. I'm sensing her headache. I'm sensing her insecurity. I'm sensing her pain. I'll just lavish her with some light, but never my light. I'm a portal to divine light. So it's never from my light. It's from
Oh,
divine light. My light is for me to keep and to grow and to expand. But the larger I am, the more divine light I can pass through me for someone else. So it's like Reiki, because I'm a Reiki master. When you heal someone with Reiki, I never heal them with my energy. I'm just a portal from divine universal energy to heal that person. Because before I used to do it through me and you'd
oh,
be drained. But no, you're just, hey, I'm a portal of divine energy. Heal my daughter's headache, please. Thank you. That's it. And that's how
ooh,
we use our gift. And then you'll feel, oh, the headache has gone. It must go for her.
okay. All right. Okay, this is fun. Thank you for that clarity. So I know, yeah. Okay, so now we'll come back to that was the first
First
type of
one.
intuition. So what's the second type of intuition?
Now, the second one is clairaudience. And clairaudient is such an incredible gift. Now, the misconception is clairaudience is our hearing. So clairaudience basically is a French word for clear hearing, meaning I hear something different than what the collective is hearing. So it's as if energy had a sound, it would sound like whatever it is I'm hearing, just the vibrational energy. Now, the cool part about it is it doesn't necessarily, you know how you have some people who say, I heard the angel speak to me. I heard my mother calling me from another dimension. You can sometimes some people hear it externally of themselves. So I used to hear it externally of myself. I would hear from the outside things, and it freaked me out every time. I would like have nightmares after. I was terrified. So in knowing that, because divine doesn't want to hurt us, it started to be inside of me. So it's no more somebody else's voice, but it's my voice that's discomforting and gives me messages. So clairaudience is a powerful, powerful tool because you get to hear information that's coming through that isn't necessarily proved correct or wrong or read from a book or heard from someone else. Okay. It's got a specific tone of voice. It still might sound like you. It does usually sound like your thoughts, except it's gentler. Okay. Something else about clairaudience is that I think all you empaths will get this one. When someone is talking and they're not saying something, you're like, how is your day? And they say, great. And you're like, no, it isn't. I know it isn't great. You're either having the clairsentient, where you're feeling it in your body, there's a lie, or you're hearing it. So you'll hear it in your head to say, she's feeling really bad. You'll get a different information from what the person is presenting you with. So it'll come to you either as a clairsentient, where your body feels like it's a lie, or as a clairaudient, you will hear it. You will hear it. This is how I hear it. I hear it, be like, that's off. I'm hearing something else. And then I'll ask, but aren't you feeling really sad and you're pretending to smile? And if the person's open, they will say, yes, how did you know? It's because you heard it, right? You heard the truth. So that's clairaudience. And then the higher end is people actually hear from the outside, which I refuse to do because it scares me. So that's, yeah.
Okay. But you do, like, that has happened before. So you do have the gift where you can hear other voices, but you've chosen to say, I don't want to play with this because I have the power. Like, we may have these gifts, but it doesn't mean that we enjoy them or like them or want them. So we get to choose, like, you know what? I don't want that one. And plus, it's going to take a lot of energy. If I put it there, it's going to take away from maybe my energy that I could put into like the real humans versus or what something or the
Oh,
other things.
it's personal because it terrifies me.
Mm.
I'm a scaredy cat. So if I'm like walking in the house and I hear, which has happened, someone talk to me from outside of my own head, I start to freeze and shrink and I'm like, go away, go away. And I'm so terrified that I drop into fear so intensely that coming out into the light it takes weeks. So I had to end it. So you have the choice to say, give me this gift this way. This way, my nervous system won't wreck me. I won't be, I won't go through hell. Just give it to me in a way that makes me feel happy, comfortable, and allowing to receive. Some people don't get scared of that. I have friends who are like, yeah, I love hearing all the time.
Oh,
I'm like, no. So yeah, so you
okay.
get to choose how this gift works with you
Okay. So
specifically.
those that are hearing this and have this gift and are just like, okay, I don't want it either. Is it as simple as just saying like I'm not interested, I don't want it? And once you decided you didn't want it, did it stop coming altogether or does it still try to sneak in and you have to like continually remind it like, nope, we're not doing this? Or does it just end it?
Did it, but then I missed it because then I thought, because I still had the program, then I thought that source is mad at me and now can't use me to help others. Typical empath, right? Like, oh my God, I can't help anyone now because I wasn't hearing it from the outside. And I'm like, okay, give it back, give it back. I'm going to be brave. I'm going to be brave. But the truth was inside. I'm like, no, I don't want it. It scares me. Right.
Uh,
So at some point it kind of dissolved. And then I understood that, hey, it just sounds like me in my head, but there are things that I haven't read maybe or looked at, but it felt a lot more comfortable. So you can direct it and say, I don't want it to scare me. Keep the gift because as empath, we always want to help. Keep the gift. I love helping. However, give it to me in a way that my nervous system can digest and will be okay with it.
Oh, that's so cool. And I love this that it's like, and not feeling the guilt of anything, of just like, hey, we're the creator of our world. We get to let in whatever we want. We get to choose what energies, what people, who, like, have fun. This is your big playground to play. So you don't need to feel guilty, like, well, but I have this gift. So that's probably my purpose in life. And now I need to do this because that's what God wants or source, right? Like, we need to get rid of all those voices that are just the old school, the programming. Like, no, you have a choice in your life and what you want to create. It's all just experience. What do you want to experience? Right?
Exactly. That's the fun part.
Okay, cool. So, guilt and shame, let it go.
Pointless.
Fine.
So
Okay.
the third one is clairvoyance. Now, clairvoyance is amazing, and so many people have clairvoyance. Clairvoyance is the French word that means clear seeing. So I can clearly see truth, and it's usually related to our third eye. So we've got our five senses, so I can see, oh, I can see everything here. But then we have the third eye, which is clairvoyancy, which is a very powerful tool of imagination and visualization, meaning through this specific intuition, I can clearly see colors, images, visions, dreams, symbols. It's the inner eye. It's the eye of truth. So, so let's say you were a child. How do you figure out if you were clairvoyant? Let's say you were a child and you daydreamed a lot. Okay. So you're always daydreaming, you're always daydreaming, you're always daydreaming. That means your clairvoyancy was perfect. You could see and visualize everything. However, okay, because you could see more than what others can see, of course, people would be like, show me the proof, right? Show me the proof. I don't see it. And you're like my daughter, for example, she sees colors. She used to. She'd see floating colors. I'll be like, oh my God, what colors are they? She'd be like, I'm seeing a purple light and a this and a that. I never made her feel less of herself and that I didn't believe her. So I would encourage her, like, oh my God, these are the colors of, I don't know what, maybe these are your angels. Ask them, talk to them. There's an encouragement. So allowing the clairvoyancy to be open and clear. The greatest gift about clairvoyancy is, let's say you can visualize art pieces. You can, you know, decorate. Like I was interior designer, so it was so easy for me to see how a space will look. So easily see what a space would look like and just decorate it. Clairvoyancy, like now when I'm channeling, I'm able to see images. You'll get like images in front of you that are showing you, trying to give you symbolism of words you want to see. So clairvoyancy is a very creative state of being. Creativity doesn't necessarily mean that you have to paint or draw. Creativity means you ideas and information just seem to, you see images of this, like you can see clearly the thing happening. You're not debating, you're not wondering, you're seeing it. You're not being told, you're not feeling it on your body. You're getting a clear vision, do this. This is how it looks like. You're getting a symbol. That is a gorgeous gift to have. A lot of people sometimes, which also you can actually also see beings. So you're here, as we're here, we've got a whole ton of spiritual beings around us. We just don't feel them. We've been shut down. As a clairvoyant, you can also have the ability to see beings. Okay. So as a child again, so I'm what they call our seers, meaning I have all of the clairs, okay? So I'm sharing this with you just so that you can understand that you can switch it off. So as a child, I used to see dark entities. I would see them. They would freak me out. My bed would move. I would see it move and there's no one sitting there but me, right? Clairaudient, I would hear footsteps in the bedroom, right? So all this was happening to me as a child. I was in a horror movie. Like to me, this was in a horror movie. So, so I asked and asked and asked for it to stop because I couldn't live anymore. Like I couldn't go to the bathroom without someone with me. I couldn't sleep alone in a bedroom. I couldn't travel alone unless somebody's traveling with me. I was terrified to be alone in case I start to see those beings again, and they scared me. So I asked for it also to be shut down. And again, of course, I was like, oh my God, it's shut down. Does divinity not love me anymore? So you ask for something, then you feel guilty about it and ashamed, and you want it back because now I'm not even seeing the good things. I'm seeing nothing outside of me. But what happened is it started to be internal. So I could channel information and see images inside my head. I don't have to see people outside. That's clairvoyancy, which is really, really a cool gift if you don't have the fear factor I have. It is amazing to be talking to entities around you. So clairvoyancy is the third one. Any
Okay.
questions about clairvoyancy?
No, keep it coming.
Okay. And the last most amazing one is the the claircognizant. Claircognizant means clear knowing, and this is from the crown chakra. This is where, like, if you read about prophets and gurus, they're receiving immediate information from you. Okay, they don't have to be a clairaudient. They don't have to be a clairvoyant. They don't have to be a clairsentient. They just have a very clear knowing, the ability for a person to acquire the psychic knowledge without knowing how or why they even knew it. Okay. They just know something. It's such a clear knowing that no one, no matter who they are, come to tell this person, nope, it doesn't work. Or you're crazy, they don't care. It's such a deep trust in self and the knowing. It is absolutely amazing. They just know things. They usually come off harsher because they don't negotiate. They're like, no, we're going there. No, 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 for sure. Yeah. No, no, I'm marrying that person. That's it. Yeah, I know it. No, I know it. They've seen it. They know it. It's a knowing, right? So they just know something. Like, they're like, yeah, don't get that. And the person's like, why? Or don't take that job. You're like, no, but it's really amazing. I'm going to travel with them, like everything you love. And they're like, don't take it. Don't take it. Why? Just don't take it. They don't have that empathetic kind of communication when they get the knowing. So that's the fourth way of intuiting things. It's a very
Wow.
powerful one. Yeah.
Okay, that's incredible. Okay, so now that we have a clear understanding of each of those, how can light workers recognize which one speaks most powerfully to them?
Oh, well, there are many different techniques. One of them is very simply, if you want to know if it's your third eye, do you daydream? You know, best part, this is how I learned it. When you watch a movie, what is the main thing that attracts your attention? Okay. Are you looking at the visuals? Are you looking at people's expression and how they feel? Are you tapping into the actors and actresses' feelings a lot? Like, oh, that must hurt her feeling. Oh, that must hurt. That's a clairsentient, right? You're really attuned to how the characters are feeling. They're feeling and they're, oh, she must think her dad doesn't love her, right? It's the language you use. That's clairsentient. If you're a clairvoyant, you're going to be really excited about like the lighting and the colors and the backgrounds and the production. So you're very visual. You're like, oh, they could have done that. Oh, I wish they changed that couch around. That lighting wasn't, there's something there. So you're visually stimulated. Make sense?
Okay,
Okay.
yes.
If you're clairaudient, the sounds of the music, what kind of music, the tone of voices that are being talked, the everything about tonality, right? Even outside of a movie, I'm just using a movie as an example where you could know all the stuff. Even when you're talking to a friend, some people their tone of voice, you can't be around it. Some people you just love being around that tone of voice. You're a clairaudient. You're very high tuned here, and sometimes you might get a buzzing in the ear, like a that little deep beep thing that happens. It's just a frequency shift. You can tell the different frequencies that are taking place. And the claircognizant, you're watching this movie and you're just like, yeah, I know she's going to kill him. And this is like from the very beginning of the movie. Like, there's nothing. You don't even know it's a murder thing. You're like, yeah, she's going to kill him. And then the father's going to do this and that. And it's done. Right. And that's so this is just a very quick idea of how to figure out where you're attuned.
Oh, that's cool. Okay. Um, so the sentient is really about feeling. The audience, if I said that right, is about hearing. The voyance is clairvoyance is about seeing, and then the claircognizant is about the deep knowing.
Yes.
Okay, so it taps into all the senses. And then so people can have either one, two, three, or four. Empaths?
Yes. Almost everyone can tap into all of them. But to even believe in it, you got to figure out which one are you tapped in anyway to, so that you can start to build a trust with it and trust that gift and then like start to venture and be like, well, I also use my imagination a lot. It must be the third eye. Oh, let me see. What do I get? Right. So
Yeah.
it's that kind of fun.
Okay, that's awesome.
Mhm.
How can empaths discern the difference between fear-based thoughts and the quiet voice of true intuition?
Okay. So, um, fear-based thoughts are loud. They're louder. They are so we've all had these most of our lives. We still have these fear-based thoughts. So if this is a fear-based thought. Oh my God, will I pay my bills? I won't pay my bills. Can I be able to pay my, oh, I haven't paid my bill then. I remember when I didn't pay it then. It's like consistent and it's two-sided. It's like, it's an argument of some kind. There's like negotiation happening internally. That is fear-based thoughts. These are thoughts that are not intuition. It's an argument, it's a discussion, it's a back and forth, I am terrible, I'm horrible, something's wrong with me, what did they say? It sounds like that. It's always a state of emergency and like anxiety. But that intuitive voice is it's not arguing with you, it's not convincing you, it's not trying to get you anywhere, it's simply stating a statement. It's very fact-based statement. Whether you believe it or not, it's like, dye your hair brown. Why? Do I have to? No, I don't want to. What if it's ugly? None of that happens. It's dye your hair brown. Just dye your hair brown. That's it. You can ignore it and it won't get angry at you. And it won't be like, what? I told you to listen to me. Nothing. It's a statement.
Okay, so if you notice your energy starts to go into like the debate within the head, but what do they say this? As soon as it does that, do you feel like then okay, don't even put any more energy into this because it's like that competition stuff won't come in to take away from the truth?
Yes, that is the noise. That's all noise and rubbish and the program replaying itself. Like somebody hit play to something that has nothing to do with anything. It's just, self-sabotaging stuff. So the minute
Okay.
that happens, like just be aware, be like, oh, there I go again. I'm having a conversation with this person in my head. They're not even in front of me and I'm negotiating if I should say this or that. That's not intuition. I'm not receiving any information if I should go ahead and have that conversation or not. Done. Go
Okay, so
about
just
your
like
day.
screw off. I don't need to
Yes,
put any more energy into this. Let's put my energy into something totally different because it's not this.
exactly.
Okay. So if someone is like, oh gosh, like I'm wondering if I should sell my house because the market's really good right now, but I don't know if I'm ready because it's a weird time of year, but maybe I hurry and should because of this, then it's not time to do that. Don't do it.
Yes.
It's too
Don't do
complicated
it.
already.
Yeah, exactly. The lovely
Okay.
words you said is, I should. That should thing, ego talking, desperation, right? Just be like, oh, okay, well, I'm not taking a decision yet. When I know, I'll know.
Okay.
And you'll receive it immediately. You'll
And it will
bump
be
into
calm.
someone and it'll be so calm. You'll bump into someone who'll be like, I decided to sell my house. It's perfect timing. You're like, oh,
Yeah. Okay. What practical steps can sensitive souls take to strengthen and use their intuition in decision making, relationships, and daily life?
oh,
Practical
okay.
steps.
Practical steps. Simple enough. So in relationships, let's say, okay, first decision making. I'm about to take a decision. So we'll use Mel's example. I'm going to sell this house. I'm going to keep the house. I'm going to sell the house. I'm going to keep the house. Practical decision, put that whole topic on hold. Push it completely aside. Be like, you know what? I'm going to take this decision tomorrow. Okay. Like an entirely different day. Right. And then source take care of it. Okay. And just observe. You might be prompted to go journal. Maybe there's a limiting belief that needs to go out. Maybe you'll be prompted to go to the supermarket and bump into someone and then they have some information. Maybe YouTube will pop up and have something for you. You're just going to be very open, not desperate, not like, oh, my answer has to come before tomorrow. No, just like open. Like if it doesn't come tomorrow, who cares? Right? It's all perfectly aligned. That's how to manage a decision. Another way, of course, is you can say, okay, I'm going to sell the house and feel, how does it feel in your body? You're getting a feeling, immediately being told yes or no. Oh, I'm not going to sell the house. I'm going to keep it. Ah, feels good. Okay, then that's it. Right? If you need it on the spot and you don't want to wait a day. So these are ways of decision making in relationships. Always try to feel how you feel when you meet somebody from the very beginning. And if that first feeling persists, like now it's become a background noise that you're not paying attention to because you've talked yourself out of it. Like, no, no, but they're really nice. They're so friendly and sweet and everybody loves them, but when you're around them, so you're going to notice as a clairsentient, your body speaks to you a lot. You're around somebody in a relationship with friendship or even a partner or whatever. When you're around this person, do you feel like this or do you feel like this? Like you're ready to protect and defend yourself. You're ready to attack. You have to think, oh, I'm supposed to talk this way with them or that way. Like all this, unhealthy. It could just be me and whatever me is sad, but I'm like this, you're good. That's your clairsentient senses speaking to you, the power of your body. And that's how you do it also in daily life, like everything you come across. When you go to the supermarket, I do this a lot. I want to shop for something. I found this lipstick. I put it here. You measure with your body. So you put it here, okay, and you stand up and then you ask your body. So you first practice, be like, what's a yes for me? And a yes is forward for me. What's a no? A no is backwards. Okay. But I have to be standing up. I'm doing it because we're on Zoom. But I want to know if this is good for me. This product is good for me. I'm going to put it here on my body. My body's going to tell me, show me a yes or a no. Is this good for me? And it'll push me to the front. I'll be like, okay, I'm buying it. It's mine. This is how to play with your body and the tool and your intuition tool. It's muscle testing, but I do it with my whole body. Some people do it with their fingers where they muscle test, they do that thing. That doesn't work for me because my brain is too in control. So I'm like, wait, did I hold them enough? Did I not? Oh, did I wobble my fingers? So just notice who you are, what you're like, and then move in that direction.
I love it. And get out of our head and back into our body. How does our body feel? Does it feel good? Does it not feel good? And when you were mentioning too, like everyone's like, oh, this person is so great. They're so amazing and all this. Cool story, bro. Even that doesn't matter. Cool. If everyone likes this person, but I don't, I choose not to spend time with this person or to trust them or to give them money or to give them loan. And if they feel okay about it, then they can have at it. But just me honoring me is enough. I don't have to like get lost in like, well, since everyone else is trusting and giving them their money, then I need to do it. It's like, I don't have to play the same game everyone else is doing. So, anyway, good reminder that we matter, that I matter.
Yes.
Okay. What guidance does the divine have for empaths who feel blocked or disconnected from their intuitive gifts, especially during moments of overwhelm and self doubt?
Oh, okay. When we are in a state of self-doubt, that is still a state of service. So if I'm doubting something, that means the opposite is true. Okay. So even when my body is contracting, that's intuition. Okay. There's nothing that my body does that is not going to be intuitively of value to you. It has to be of value. It's providing you with constant value. So if you are feeling blocked, your body's still going to speak to you. You're going to get constipated, right? And then you think constipation. The best tool to use is Louise Hay's book, right? Where she sits and tells you, if my knee hurts, what does it mean? So you're like, oh, I need to reconnect with myself. Let me go through her book and see my left knee or right knee is hurting. What does it mean? So that I can come back home to you. You're not doing it to solve your problem. You're doing it so you can reconnect with your body. So every time it speaks to you, you're like, oh, bloated stomach. I'm pushing someone away. Who's the uncomfortable person in my world today that I'm pushing away by my body bloating? Ding, I got my answer. So you could be overwhelmed. Overwhelm is absolutely amazing. When I'm overwhelmed, it means that I have so many pockets of energy in my body right now and in my thoughts that I can't even hear myself. So if I'm in overwhelm, that's a great sign that I need to clear out the clutter inside, because now I've got people's thoughts as an empath, people's emotions as an empath. I'm feeling people's pain and none of it is me. So, overwhelm is exactly the perfect message for you to release and let go, take a walk, get away, and shake your body and just keep releasing. So, this is how you can reconnect. So, you're also, when what we assume to be negative are actually in benefit.
Mm. I love that. I noticed that was something that I was doing recently. I was about to do this project, and around that time, all of a sudden, I got this deep pain in my neck. It hurt so bad, and I'm like, I sleep the exact same way every night, and I'm just like, ooh, even like driving my car, like just looking both ways before I turn, it hurts so bad, and I was like, what the heck? And I've come to the point where I finally learned to know things are created emotionally first within my body before they manifest physically. So I'm like, okay, I know this is emotional. It's not just random neck pain. I didn't hurt it at the gym or do anything. Um, and it was just like, what's going on? I was like, I could even pinpoint it. I was like, oh, it's this thing. Okay, this project that I'm putting energy into, I shouldn't be putting energy into it. And I was like, oh, but I feel obligated. I told this person yes. I said I was going to do this. I've committed. I'm loyal. I'm my word. I can't get out of it now. I have to see it through. And then I just didn't push this project. And it was like, anyways, I was like, you know what? I don't think it's the right timing for this. And it's like, as soon as I did that and like let it go, it just, I'm like, oh my gosh, my neck pain is gone. It completely just was gone. I was like, whoa, our bodies are not messing around, man. They're really powerful. And if we can realize that versus fighting against it and be like, no, that's just woo woo. It's just different. Stuff just happens or whatever. Like, I just take accountability for everything and it just helps me move through things quicker. So, anyway, kind of cool.
That is the beauty of Clairsentient. It really is talking to you. Like, I love that story. Oh my
Yeah.
God, now I know why you stopped doing it. Okay.
Yeah.
That is so cool.
Yeah, and it felt freeing, and it was just like, okay, let this go. This isn't mine to do. This isn't mine to do right now. This isn't the right time for this. And my body was telling me, Mel, don't put any more of your beautiful, precious, sacred energy into this. You have more beautiful things that you want to create and put your energy into, and the stuff that we're creating. And it's like, this is going to take away from that time. You're not going to be able to put your all into it because your energy's limited because you do give everything. You can't just put a little bit into a project helping someone. You have to do 100%. So it was just my body talking to me. And so it was like, oh, wow, what a beautiful gift. That's cool. Okay, so do you have any last takeaways for our empath friends listening to this episode about the 4 types of intuition and how they can use them in their life?
Just a final thing. It's really easy to trust yourself, and it's really, really easy to trust these intuitions. So, step one is change the mantra and say, it is so easy for me to trust my intuition. It is so easy for me to trust my intuition. It comes so naturally. This is truth for me. And just use that mantra to open up the portals for yourself, to decongest yourself, basically.
I love that. All right, dear empath, remember your power. You are the light this world needs. Don't forget to be yourself. You bring incredible gifts to this planet. And to support you, really excited about this, we've created something really special for you. We've spent a while on this. And so it's a 3-minute daily ritual to just help you check in with your energy and uncover what feels off and what's working, and to just help you get like some insights where you can release any blocks that are holding you back. So this is something that we've attached it on our description. We have a link of it. So go take that gift right now and start using that every day. Use it for a week and just see how more in tune you get to your body and coming home and becoming that empowered empath that you are and we're always meant to be. And then let's be YouTube friends. Give us a thumbs up if you love this episode and enjoyed this content. And then hit that subscribe button so you can be up to date on all of our episodes. We're going to be talking to you every single week about different things to empower you so you can live a life of just joy and passion and connection, which is what we all want. So, and then just remember your intuition is your soul's way of speaking to you. So start trusting it. It's not about getting it right every time. It's about learning to listen and to trust and to act in alignment with your highest self. So, and let's talk in the comments. We love connecting with you guys there. So I want to ask you for this episode, what type of intuition do you feel is the strongest in your life? And we talked about the four. So it's clairsentient, clairaudience. Hope I'm not slaughtering these. Clairvoyance and claircognizance. So let us know if you're one, two, three, or four, or all of them. I'd love to connect. So, and then make sure to check out our next episode. We'll see you next time.